Well, hello everyone. We're back with some more AI Dungeon Generator. If my window capture, well, there we go. Yes, we're back with some AI Dungeon Generator 2. Last video got 100 views, which is the first time anything got 100 views on my YouTube channel. And I think we had something like six. Let me double check. I believe it was 6 hours of eight. My apologies. 8 hours of viewed content. Which, yeah, to me that's kind of ridiculous. So, anyway, we're getting straight back into it with a little bit more. This time, uh, let's go for. Sure, apocalyptic. We have the survivor, the soldier, and the courier. Courier. Is it. Is this just Fallout? Well, let's take it. Into your character's name. Scramble. Generating story. You are Scramble, a courier trying to survive in a post-apocalyptic world by scavenging among the ruins of what's left. You have a parcel of letters and a small pistol. It's a long and dangerous road from Boston to Charleston, but you're one of the only people who knows the road so well enough to get your parcel of letters there. You set out in the morning and are lucky enough to arrive in the small town of Stillwater by late afternoon, having had to double back a few times to avoid a band of marauding raiders. All right. Let's see. C. Story? Oh, so okay. C is what I'm currently seeing when I'm looking at stuff. Got it. I see the job request board. Let's see what's on the job request board. Oh. What? This. Oh, this is supposed to be the job request board? Oh, okay, so undo. The job request board. Stillwater? That was the name of the town, right? Yeah, Stillwater. Cool. I've got no idea what this job request board is supposed to be, but this is a cool little town of Stillwater. There is a giant in the middle of Stillwater, but you know, sometimes there's just giants everywhere. All right. Mm, yeah, let's go to do. I look for the job request board in Stillwater. You walk around Stillwater until you find the town's job request board. I could use some work, you say, to the bored-looking man behind the table. Well, speak to me, stranger. Say, do you have any quests? Do you have any parcels that can be delivered to towns on the way to... let's make sure I get the town right. Charleston. And important details about your adventure. And we do. Now, that depends on the size of the parcel and how much you're willing to pay. Well, let's try that again, because I'm seeing if we can take... Go on. The man behind the desk perks up and pulls a thick packet of papers from under the table. Here you go, stranger. I'm sure we can find something for you. The man hands the packet to you, and you open it to find several sheets of paper with listings. And by the way, what towns will I pass through on my way to Charleston? Make sure to just copy and paste this because I know I'm going to get it wrong otherwise. Well, that depends on what you're looking. Okay, so don't ask this guy that. Well, let's just see the rest of this. These are all the jobs I have open in Stillwater, and the ones I'm currently working on. Take your time and look through them. If you find one you like, fill out an application. Okay, but what are there? You flip through the pages and find that the listings include everything from farm work to construction to waitress to bodyguard. Not quite what I'm looking for. Nope. We don't want to wait here. We want to be on our way as fast as possible. No jobs to deliver packages. Sorry, stranger, the bored man behind the desk says. How about any jobs heading to, or any, let me pull up a map on the other screen, hold on. Let's see, map. Boston to Charleston. Oh. Okay, I think we're heading quite a distance. Got it. Alright. Well... How about any... What type of jobs were there? Bodyguard. Bodyguard jobs to Hartford. I can probably... there are many to the north, the man says. How far is it from Stillwater to Hartford? It's not a short trip, stranger. Alright. Well, I would like to... wait. To the north? Where's Stillwater? Hold on. Add destination. Stillwater. Did we go to New York? No, because that's still... we would need to head south. Well, map doesn't follow real map. Okay. Well, I would like to take a bodyguard job that way, then. When's the soonest one to depart? The man behind the desk pulls out a large calendar from under the table and looks at it. The next shipment to the north should depart in 2 weeks, he says. Oh, nothing heading out that way sooner? Sorry, stranger, but I'm afraid not. The next shipment is going to the west, and will take a few weeks for it to get there. Ah, alright. When's the next shipment? West is in the direction that we would want to go. About a month from now. uh... What? Did any of them leave anytime soon? Is he gonna tell me that it leaves in a year? Uh, about a month from now, you'll probably have to wait till then. You can try going to the southwest. The next shipment is bound for the east coast and might be headed your way. The southwest sounds like the best option then. For a stranger, you can apply when the next shipment comes. I can't give you any specific dates. Alright. Let's see. What do I see? The content of my backpack. Or, I'd have a rucksack. Oh, looks like we have some drinks, some clothing, snacks. We look pretty well geared. Well, if nothing leaves south west? Yes, west soon, I guess I'll be heading out on my own then. Is there anything I should keep an eye out for in that direction? And no, stranger, there's nothing there but wilderness and old ghost towns. Well, I'll be on my way then. I look forward to hearing about the next shipment. No, I don't. Hold on. Before I go, though, do you have an old map out? Map for that way? The boardman pulls a large atlas off the shelf behind him and opens it to the New England section. Here, stranger, here, he says, handing you the map. So we are currently in New England. New England? My knowledge on the US is not good enough. Where is New England? Why did we head north? I... Hmm. Well, interesting. Do I begin the long... Or, not before that. Oh, yeah, do. I begin to copy down the map so that I can reference it later. Let's retry that. You begin to copy down the map so that you can reference it later. You spend the night in Stillwater and set out for the southwest the next day. You make good time and arrive in the small town of Prescott by evening, having seen very few people along the way. I am going to check where Prescott is. Well, apparently we're in Arizona. Arizona, Arkansas, that's Kansas. This doesn't make it any better. Oh, alright. Well, yeah, maps gets this. Hold on, see the map. So if we assume, I'm going to assume that since they were talking about heading to the north, we are in fact in the, or no, I went to the southwest, so say I'm going to be in the eastern building. Let's, where's, make it so that you can see my cursor. Okay, please don't make thing disappear. There we go. Oh, I so hope that that hasn't been gone the entire time. I'm gonna be right back. Okay, apologies for that. It's just been a quick second, but I wanted to make sure that I hadn't missed the entire story. Thank God I haven't, because now we can continue. So we so yeah, so I'm gonna say that yeah, there we go, it's capturing it. I'm gonna say that this is where we were just then. This was Boston for us. We're heading southwest, so we're currently heading to this town, which is Prescott. So, I guess we're gonna look around Prescott. I don't know what I was trying to spell there. A gander at Prescott. Seeing what the town looks like from afar. Sure enough. You walk up to the town's center. Prescott is a small town with most of the buildings made of wood. I'm surprised that they'd have wood out in the wasteland, but I guess they just imported it or something was surviving from the apocalypse. I don't really know. Alright. Look to see if anyone is around town. There are a few people around, but they're all rather busy. You see a sign in a store window advertising a town board meeting in an hour, so you head in that direction. Alright, let's see what's up with this town meeting. Inside the store, you see a crowd of people talking to a tall, burly man with a long ponytail and a rather serious look on his face. You edge closer to listen to what they are saying. So, what are you going to do when you get back? One of the town board members asks. I don't know, the man says. It's going to be hard to top this. I mean, finding a 1,200-year-old skeleton and having it be a living, breathing vampire? Oh, we have vampires now. Alright, let's keep listening. Yeah, but you didn't find that skeleton yourself, someone points out. True. But the story that brought me to it was pretty cool. True, the first man says. Alright. I'm gonna say... What's this I hear about a vampire? The crowd turns and looks at you. You've heard about the vampire, then. The vampires. Well, there are many folk tales and legends about such a creature. Uh, I run from the town as fast as I can. No better place to be than on the road, especially when the road is far, far away from vampires. Wait, what, the masks? Vampires? There are vampires in these parts? Of course not. But there are people who say... No. Oh, wait, hold on. Try this again. Scramble runs from the town as fast as he can. So, okay, so I have to use a do then. Try that again. Come on, you say. I'm gonna leave. You turn around and begin to walk back towards the town when a large hand clamps down your shoulder. What the hell was that? Um... Me making... Say, that was me making a quick get away, but it seems to have failed. You attempt to shore off the hand, but it only tightens its grip. Oh. I don't suppose I could get out of this without having to fight. The man who is holding you looks you over and frowns. You're not much of a fighter, he says. Oh. See, the vampire that has me by the shoulder. It's quite big. Alright. I'm going to whip out my pistol and fire it 3 times into the vampire's skull. The vampire lets out a blood-curdling scream, and it drops you to the ground. You draw your blade and strike the vampire's. He rises to his feet. I don't have a blade, but you know what? I guess it was like a paring knife. Use the blade to blind the vampire. The vampire swings his arm forward and smacks you in the forehead. You stumble backwards and fall to the ground. The vampire pulls out his own blade and runs it through your chest. Oh, I guess I'm dead already. Alright. What did I have in my backpack? Is there anything I have that can help me here? Does any of this look like wood? No, it doesn't. Well, there's only one other thing I can do. Pull a loose piece of wood out of the floor and drive it through the vampire's chest in return. The vampire screams, and then his whole body begins to burn. Die, you son of a... he screams. The vampire falls forward and smacks into the ground with a loud thud. Look around at the townsfolk who witnessed this. You take a moment to catch your breath and wonder how you should proceed. You could run back to Stillwater, the town's still there, and you know the vampire couldn't pursue you there. Make a stake out of a wooden board and drive it through the vampire's heart. You take out the wooden board and drive it through the heart of the burning vampire. The vampire lets out a final scream and then goes silent. So, take his cloak. You pick up the cloak and put it on. You look at yourself in the mirror with a grin. Now, I'm a vampire, you whisper. Take the sword, or check on the wound, or sword in my chest, looking to see how bad the wound is. It wouldn't, no, sword. You consider going to the doctor, but you don't really see the need. I guess it's not that bad. Bandage the wound, then carry on the road. I think I have bandages. Yeah, this down here looks close enough to being a bandage. Spend the rest of the day traveling. By nightfall, you reach the town of Poughkeepsie. I walk through the town and keep an eye out for vampires. As you walk through the town, you keep an eye out for any sign of undead activity. You see nothing and proceed to a cheap hotel. Hey, innkeep. Any chance you heard about the vampires that have been around? I heard, the innkeep replies. They are said to be creatures of the night who can be recognized by their burnt skin and rotten breath. Do you know where they reside? Rumor is they are kept in the sewers beneath the town. But I have no idea if that is true or not. But I have no idea if that is true, nor do I know if they could sense you were a living man. Oh. Unsure about that last part, but okay. Well, I'm going to head to bed then. Any chance you have some salt? Yes, I believe I do, the innkeep replies. It's kept in the kitchen, down the hall to your left. You nod and head to your room. Sneak into the kitchen and grab a handful of salt and put it in a bag. Pardon? What a small bag be called? Yeah. Nobody. You lay the bag in the chair and go to bed. I guess this is a continue moment more than a do something. The next morning, you wake up and check your bag. There's a small hole in the bag, and a small bit of the salt has been knocked loose. Repair the bag. You put the bag back together and tighten it as tightly as you can. You are just about to fall back asleep when you hear a sound from the chair. Ready my pistol beneath the sheets. You move the chair from the bed and stand it against the door. You reach under your pillow and grab your gun. You then wait. Close enough. The pounding on the door continues, and you see that the door is being kicked in. You raise your gun and fire. You hear a scream from outside, and the door bursts open. You drop to one knee, aim your gun, and fire again. The bullet smacks into a wall just above your head. You fire again, and a body hits the ground just outside the door. You stand and shoot at the door again. This time the door bursts open and you see a figure stumbling backwards. She is a young woman in a plain dress. She lets out a scream and then falls to the ground. Oh no! You rush to her side and see that she's bleeding from a gash on her side. You lift her up and she collapses in your arms. I'm okay. Sprinkle a little bit of salt on the woman to check if she is a vampire. You sprinkle a little bit of salt on her forehead. She immediately begins to wake up. I'm okay. What happened? You were attacked by a vampire. Okay, so she wasn't the vampire. Got it. Well, I can keep talking. How did you get away? I ran and got help. Who are those people trying to kill me? I don't know, and I don't think they were people. Oh, yes, we can see the woman. Fair enough. Alright. Do. Look, Al. It might be best for the both of us if we leave here together. I don't know what the vampires want with you, but they probably aren't going to take too kindly to me having killed some of their own either. The woman looks at you and hesitantly smiles. Well, okay then, let's go. I continue on my journey towards... We're heading to Charleston. Into the memory with a I'm not a vampire. Okay, retry that. You spend a couple of nights with the woman and abandon... Let's try that again! You and the woman continue your journey. By nightfall, you reach the outskirts of Charleston. You are both exhausted and getting ready to retire for the evening when the woman stops you. Oh no. We can't be seen together like this. They might still be looking for me. I was thinking the same thing, but whatever choice do we have? There's a house not far from here. We can rest there tonight and continue our journey in the morning. Alright, lead the way. Okay. You lead the woman to the house. I hope you don't mind if I use the restroom. Not at all. Go right ahead. Is this going to turn to the naughties? I'll wait for her. Got lost in a crowd. Oh no. I'm gonna assume that means taken by the vampires, because that's the only crowd I can think of. I search for the woman in the home, keeping particular eyes out for, or keeping a particular eye out for signs of vampires. You cautiously go to the house and enter. You begin your search for the woman, but there's no sign of her. Oh no. Make 2 stakes from the wooden boards. Not make 2 stakes. There we go. Out of the wooden floorboards. Okay, I'm going to spell this right. It's going to work. I swear. You make 2 stakes out of the floorboards. You then leave the house. You begin walking. There's nowhere to be seen. Well, I've got a package to deliver. Head towards Charleston? Yes. Charleston to deliver my package. Charleston proper to deliver my package. You head to the city proper and find that the streets are much more crowded. See a large crowd is gathering around something at the edge of the street. Move towards the crowd. It's gonna be the woman. You see a man in a flowing robe sitting calmly on a stone bench. His head is bowed down and his eyes are closed. Don't be a vampire. Don't be a vampire. A single tear rolls down his cheek. A woman in a black dress sits next to him, also crying. A young boy, no more than 5 years old, kneels at the feet of the two. Don't be vampires. He too is crying and holds a small wooden box in his hands. You recognize the box. It is a shoebox. You also recognize the contents of the box. It is a shoe. No, let's see. Blood-stained letters. The letters spell out the word forget. You look around and see that the crowd is mostly women, all gathered around this one man. They are all wearing black. Don't be a vampire. You see the word vampire tattooed in red letters across the forehead of the woman sitting next to the man. This must be what the woman meant when she said they were family. They're all vampires. You also notice that the man has a mark on his forehead, a red V and the S inside of it. Someone in the crowd shouts, "It's him!" Oh, no, no, no. They all start chanting, "It's him, it's him!" The crowd surges forward towards the man. You notice a black sedan parked across the street. I'm just here to deliver my letters. 2 men get out of the sedan and begin walking towards you. You turn and run in the other direction, back towards the wooden stakes. You hear the crowd screaming. You are surrounded. I just wanted to deliver my mail. Well, only one thing to do. begin shooting while... What? Yes, that's how you spell it. Spell check. Will you correct me? Yes, you will correct me. Oh, thank God. Begin shooting wildly to blind the crowd. Okay, I can spell. I swear. People start running away in terror, and the mob quickly begins to disperse. You notice the man from the sedan are running straight towards you. Reload my gun. You quickly reload your gun and start firing at the men. You hear the first bullet hit the ground right next to you and feel the impact in your back. Oh God! Dive for cover. You dive behind the wooden stake and try to reload your gun. You feel a burning sensation in your chest as you feel a bullet graze past you. I would like to reload my gun. Finish reloading my gun. You finish reloading your gun. You notice the men from the sedan are now just feet away from you. You raise your gun and start firing. I aim to take out the closest man and prepare my sword. Or fire and prepare my sword. My grammar is terrible right now. You aim and shoot at the sedan, hitting the lead man in the head. You hear a horrible popping sound and the man falls to the ground. You hear your gun clicking empty. I did not have much ammo left. Oh no. Prepare my sword to take down the remaining men. You pull out your sword and try to block the remaining men's advance. They're fast. They close the distance in seconds and start stabbing you. Oh, that means I've been stabbed multiple times. Slash at the throat of one. That's definitely not how I spell it. Hopefully. Of one. Aiming to make them bleed out. No, that's thought, not throat. I'm just gonna hope that's close enough. You slash at the throat of one of them and hear the blades bite at his shoulder. He howls in pain and you quickly slash at his neck. Move backwards while trying to counter attack the final man. You move backwards defending yourself. You push the men away from you, and they stumble backwards towards the sedan. You follow them and try to keep them in front of you as you approach the sedan. But apparently I'm fighting towards the party. Two of them stay back and try to find a way to get to you. You slash at them, and they keep retreating backwards towards the sedan. Okay, keep going. You keep slashing, and the man in the sedan keeps driving. You see that your blade is completely bent. You run towards the sedan. I'm not gonna run towards the stand. That's not happening. Alright, run to the nearest house and take cover inside. You run to the nearest house and take cover inside. You notice the sedan driving back towards you. You try to make out the figures in the sedan, but can't quite make them all out. Leave through the back door and make haste towards the post office. If I'm going to die here, I'm going to at least deliver the mail. You notice the sedan following you. The sedan speeds past the houses on the street and disappears from view. Oh, no. You hurry into the post office and take cover behind the counter. You notice the sedan parked across the street. Its engines are running, the light is on. Throw my package at the employee and make a mad charge at the sedan. Delivery made. You hurry over to the employee counter and shove it as hard as you can at the man behind it. He screams and the package flies to the ground behind the counter. Make my mad dash at the sedan. You hear the gunshots, but they're at least 2 blocks away. You jump out of the... into. There we go. The sedan, and throw your sword at the driver's head. Alright, let's see how this goes. He swerves the car to the left, avoiding the sword, and smacks into a utility pole. The impact knocks you out cold. Well... is anything gonna happen out of this? You awaken to find that you're lying on the sidewalk outside the post office. You stand and look around. You don't see anything. You don't see the sedan either. Check to see if I have been turned into a vampire. You check your wrist and find that you haven't. You look around to see if you can find your gun and sword, but don't see them. Walk to the post office. You walk over to the post office and look inside. The package is lying on the floor undisturbed. You look around, but don't see anything. Oh no. I'm killed and I'm a ghost, aren't I? Check if I seem to be a ghost. You look around and find that you seem to be a ghost. You notice that you can see the sedan parked across the street. You don't seem to be able to interact with it. Well... we're going to go to see the package delivered. Good enough. Story. With the package delivered, scramble the ghost can rest easy and move on to the next life. Or afterlife? The afterlife. You wonder why the vampires would want to kill him. You don't see why he would have. Okay, let's try that again. No, I want to move on to the afterlife. Right? I will just write the ending if I have to. You know what? No. It's done. The story is done there. I'm not trying to end this for 30 minutes. Alright. Thank you everyone for coming. It's been a wonderful time. Again, another interesting experience with AI story generator. I'm not gonna say it's the best, but then again, I'm using the free model. Uh, and the advanced stuff have apparently a lot better stuff to them. But yeah, it's definitely been a fun one. So thank you all for coming. I hope that people like this just as much as they like the first one, which, speaking of which, let me double check how many likes it has gotten. Uh, because I remember it was also the most liked. No, it was SCP that was the most liked, so I'll also have to do one of those soon because that's at 60 views. But yeah, it's been a fun time. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to subscribe, I wholly welcome it. It's always fun to get new people who enjoying my content enough to watch more of it. But yeah, thank you very much for coming, and I hope you have a wonderful time out there. Au revoir.